All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He is just a man, he's not God. Even though he's trying to play God, he have the resources and the riches and the liberty, the freedom, to search things out. So I want to start off with this verse. It says, for what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacles weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. That's why your mind is constantly run, But being an inferior creature, and we're not even in our best estate, you have a lot of problems, physical and mentally. Like, you're not in your glory. And for the Israelites, and then even imagine for the heathen, So 16 is the point that I want to get. And hardly do we guess aright at the things that are upon the earth. And with labor, we do find the things that are before us, especially Esau, Edom, and I'm going to get Daniel. I think that's Daniel. But no, I think it's Ezekiel. But the things that are in heaven, who have searched out. So I want to, harbor on, hardly do we guess aright the things that are upon the earth. With labor, we do find the things that are before us. So it said hardly. So I'm gonna get this real quick. I think it's 28 and 2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because your heart is lifted up, you have said, I am a power. I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, which is the peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set your heart as the heart of the Most High. So, this is why, as the video I'm going to show you, this is why he do these things. He's trying to tap in, he wants to know how the brain operate. He wants to be able to control your spirit. But he have limitations. As the scripture says in Job 14:5, he have bounds that he cannot pass. And it said, behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from you, because they got the liberty. They got the money, they got the resources. They got people who will search out things. But on top of that, they also got this. So it said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's the demons that they commune with. Okay. They talk to Satan. They talk to demons. They get their directions. That's why we are in very good hands, because demons and Satan, which is the king of the demons, he works for our power. All right. So all this technology that he have, and I'm very skeptical of it, especially this video that we about to watch. It feel like it was this very bad acting, but this is what these devils do. All right, they always trying to use frequencies to basically control your behavior. Because if they could just use frequencies, it wouldn't be need for a micro C hip to go into your brain and a micro C hip to go into your hand. All right. But the brain part is the control of you. So if they could just use frequencies, they wouldn't need that. So all of this stuff is fluff and puff. All right. So
imagine a magnetic wand that could control your brain. To find out if such a thing could actually work, I offered my own brain for a test. It seemed like fun at the time.
Hold it up. Look at it.
Psychiatrist and neurologist Mark George said he could make my thumb twitch.
Jeez. He does.
Oh, that was nice. Using a map of the brain, he can zap the area that controls a specific body part, like my toe.
Oh, wow. I stroked a little too much?
A little bit, yeah, it was a little much.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The wand can even affect someone's speech.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, here's the thing though. These devils, as the scripture says, let's get that. Their heart is deep. This is what they do. See, the elite banking families, they pay these devils, which is the modern day Chaldeans. They all into witchcraft and all of that, to do this type of stuff. So it says, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of land snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, and they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. All right, so these devils, they really just sit up and just think, how can I get inside of a person's brain and control it and make them do what I want them to do? That's why we read Ezekiel 28:2, that he set his heart as the heart of the Most High, man. He wants to be the Lord, but he have bounds that he cannot pass. He was fucking created. All right? This devil, but he got to fulfill prophecy. But the scripture says the pride of his heart have deceived him, because what you got to realize is that the Lord gave him this earth and he's been ruling it. You haven't had to pay for no consequences. So just imagine ruling, the earth for centuries, and judgment haven't came unto you yet. So hell yeah, I would be proud myself. But that's why in Daniel's 12:10, it said that the wicked will continue to do wickedly, and none of the wicked will understand. And what is the wicked that don't, what is the understanding that the wicked don't get is that, first of all, they got limitations. They're just a man. And as the scripture says in Isaiah 47:7, they didn't consider they later in. So all the atrocities and all the things that they have done, especially unto the Israelites, they're going to pay. Okay? They're going to reap what they sow. And also another scripture, because this is what this is. It's called lying wonders. It's It's 2 Thessalonians. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So say, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. That's why we read Ephesians 6:12. All right, spiritual wickedness in high places, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So he do have the power to be able to do these type of things. He have the liberty, all right, to go and research this stuff, because he had to fulfill prophecy. We just read it in Psalms. His heart is deep. All right. So
17, 18, 19,
And once the pulse is removed,
25, 26,
everything goes back to normal.
29, 30.
It's sort of a remarkable thing that one can put something over somebody's head and modify the way they behave.
And that's why they want to put it inside your head. Okay? We don't even have to get the mark of the beast scripture, but don't you see that everything leads to that? Everything leads to that digital implant, because that is the sealer of Esau's Edom being the Most High, even though he can't accomplish it, but that would be the closest thing, because he claimed through his technology that he would be able to manipulate your thoughts and read your thoughts. That's total control. And you will literally be a robot in flesh. You would be his personal robot for the ones that remain alive, if the Lord will allow him to accomplish his enterprise, man. But the Lord said that his enterprise will not be fulfilled. He said he disappointed the crafty, that they will not fulfill their enterprise. Job 5:12. So I want to read this real quick. Oops. I laugh at these devils, man. It said, Then I beheld all the work of the Most High, that a man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun, because though a man labor to seek it out, yet he shall not find it. Yet further, though a wise man think to know it, yet shall not be able to find it. Because first of all, if they was able to tap into all the things that they're trying to tap into, then the Lord wouldn't be who he say he is. He wouldn't be the omniscient. He wouldn't be the omnipotent. He won't be the all-powerful, all-knowing. He won't be the creator of all things. So something that he created is going to be wiser than him, or even on his level. No. He's the Most High for a reason. But these damn devils, hey, they just doing their job. They fulfilling prophecy. Because this is the power, that they want. It said, he seeketh out the deep. This is talking about the Lord. He seeketh out the deep in the heart, and considereth their crafty devices. For the Lord knoweth all that may be known, and he beholdeth the signs of the world. This is the power that Esau Edom wants, but he ain't never will be able to obtain it. And it says, he declared the things that are past and for to come. This is why, like I said, he tried to be like the Most High in his movies, in his TV shows, even in certain conspiracy books. They always foretelling the future, but not understanding that you're doing the will of the Lord. Okay? The scripture said you was going to bring death and hell to the earth, and that's what you're doing. And it says, he declared the things that are past and for to come, and revealeth the steps of the hidden things. No thought escape him, neither any word is hidden from him. This is the power that these devils want. He have garnished the excellent works of wisdom, and he is from everlasting to everlasting. Unto him nothing may be added, neither can he be diminished, and he have no need of any counselor. But if you leave it up to these devils are saying, I can upgrade you. All right, I can make you better. The Lord, what he did was wrong. So that's how these devils think. And that's a bugged out mindset. That's why, when you think about it, this is why Obadiah 18 will come to pass. After they serve their captivity, they're going to be eradicated. Oh, how desirable are all his works, that a man may see even to a spark. So you haven't seen nothing. All this technology, and it's called artificial intelligence. Do you know what artificial means? That means it's not real. Okay? That means it's an imitation of a real thing. Imitation. Okay? So it says, all these things live and remain forever for all uses, and they are all obedient. So everything, is obedient to the work of the Lord, including these devils. All things are double one against another. He made nothing imperfect. So this is why you see the wicked on the earth. This is why you see the wicked ruling. Now, what comes after the wicked ruling? Righteousness. This is the double aspect of the Lord, man. The Lord said he create evil. He create, light. He create good. All right. Death, life, all of that. So.
Wow. The wand works by producing a powerful magnetic pulse.
So it doesn't look like a lot, but the magnetic field that it generates is about the strength of an MRI machine, of a very strong MRI machine.
Since electricity and...
No. That's my son.
Magnetism are really just two forms of the same thing. A magnet can affect the electrical signals in your brain. Now this is your brain. It's basically an electric web of billions of neurons wired together. When a strong magnetic pulse hits these neurons, it alters their electric current. The process is called transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS.
Electricity is the currency of the brain. All thoughts, all beliefs, all actions are just electrical impulses. And
You see how he tried to make it sound like, oh, I found it out. It's just electrical impulses. Even I know that, and I'm not a scientist. We are electrical beings. That's why, like, I'm speaking as I know that this happens. So this is really a rhetorical question. But, when you touch somebody and you get like a little shock, that's because we're electrical beings, man. All right. So just like when the Lord cause somebody to be paralyzed or blind or something like that, he just cut off your electricity, man. So even I know that, but he just tried to make it sound so simple, like, oh yeah, this is just you just increase the electricity or decrease the electricity or shift the electricity this way and shift the electricity that way. Like, no, it's way more complex than that, Esau. All right. But hey, what's that? I think another scripture is just showing that he's just a man. So it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. So in this form, back then, we came to Egyptians for help when the Assyrians was about to take us down. All right. So the Lord is telling you, like, you want to go depend on other men. All right. But how can you apply it today? Our people trust in the modern day Egyptians, Americans, their military. All right. They go vote. Whatever this devil say on the TV, they take it, extol it to the clouds. All right. So it says, because they are very strong, but they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. But the Lord going to destroy this whole system in them. And it says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. Okay, that's the point that I wanted. So the Egyptians are man and not God, but they trying to be like the Most High. And also, I want to show you a little quick one real quick. Now, listen to their form of everlasting life. Don't sound like everlasting life to me. But this is how bugged out they are.
What if I told you it might be possible to upload your brain to a computer in near future, and that you
So that is their form of, I've been speaking about this for years, but that is their form of everlasting life. Uploading your brain to a computer. So that means that your physical flesh, bones, and all of that is in the ground. But even though they can't do this, but I'm just speaking as they can. So your physical body, your flesh and bones is buried, but you inside of a computer. You can't have no sex, can't have no children, you can't feel anything. You know what I'm saying? That's whack. The Lord, I don't even got to get those scriptures, but the Lord said that he was going to make us immortal. He said he was going to take off corruption and put on incorruption. He was going to put off mortal and put on immortality. He was going to bind the extraterrestrial with the terrestrial. Okay. So, but he said that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. We're going to be in physical bodies. But listen to this shit.
on even after your physical body has passed away. This
also the scripture, this is why the reason I say that he can't do this, because when you die, as I say in Ecclesiastes 12:7, when you die, let's get that real quick. And this goes for everybody. No such thing as hell. Then shall dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. So yeah, you can't download somebody's consciousness spirit into a computer. But this is their form of everlasting life. This is the lying signs and wonders through Satan. Okay?
may sound like science fiction, but it's actually a real area of research that scientists and technologists are working on. The idea is that, by scanning and mapping the brain in incredible detail, we could potentially create a digital version of a person's consciousness. This brain-computer interface would allow that person to continue existing, in a sense, even after their body has died. Of course, there are many ethical and philosophical questions that come along with this kind of technology, and it's still very much in the early stages of development. But the possibility of truly achieving digital immortality is a tantalizing one, and it could have an impact on the way we think about death and the afterlife.
Yeah, so these devils is bugged out. He bugged out, Elder. He bugged out. But I got two more scriptures. So it says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High." See, what we have, this is something to glory in, because we are on a whole nother level than these people out here. Just because we trust and know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's why the scripture called the wisdom of this world foolishness, because it's going to come to naught. But the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to actually flourish. Okay, so it says, "And the knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out." They're trying to tap into the spirit and, manipulate people's brains and stuff. Can't do it. So to end it on this, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that he have the last say so. Because if it was up to this damn devil, as the scripture says, the Lord have to shorten the days. If he don't shorten the days, there be no flesh saved. So you better seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.